What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Got a couple invites set out. Um, Tonight's going to pretty much be preparing me to go to Brickfair. But let's go ahead and get everybody in. What's going on, David? What is going on? Let me make sure that there's some stuff posted. I finally got all the minifigs back in order. I've got 88 that either don't have heads or don't have weapons or both. So my Lego order came in. This should have most of the stuff for these guys. And there's also a bunch of Lion Knights. And I got them some stuff too. I should be getting those in the next couple of weeks. I really hate how Lego does this, by the way. I know I say that like every time I get a pick-a-brick order, but I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. Good news is Lego put on the pick-a-brick the beard that my logo is technically styled around. So I ordered 50 of these bad boys to start putting on some sig figs. Only problem is this is the only part of the sig fig that I have as of right now. But ironically, it's the hardest part to get. David, what you building tonight? Anything special? Gene and Tori might not make it tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing. I know they're traveling back from Moab. I don't know where they're at. I don't know if they're at a hotel. I don't even know if they're in the same time zone. Their time zone might be off, so it could be 5 o'clock there. It technically could be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Not really sure. What's going on, Greg? How are you doing? How you doing? There should be 50 of these beards. I don't know how many that is, but we can pop our still doesn't look that cool. Gotta definitely get a cooler t-shirt and pants going on. You building anything tonight, Greg? Now in this order, that's actually a really cool a set, David. That was one of the ones I actually thought about picking up. So in this order, I actually have more Black Falcons because I can't say no, and I keep ordering them. Not sure why. I got 20 more. I'm going to stop. I'm going to actually switch over to the Lion Knights. I've got like 175 coming. And I think I'm going to try to get maybe somewhere around 250 and stop there. Really don't know if I even need that many. Kind of need to see where space is at when all this is done. Yeah, I looked at it today about ordering it, but it's just one of those things that I really need to get this castle done as much as possible. I was going to not do any of the castle before Brickfair and buy the Eldorado Fortress and my mind just slipped. The Hocus Pocus house or cottage. But I really would like to get more and more of this done. Especially while a lot of the parts I need for figs and stuff are on the pick-a-brick. I got another order that I'll be placing tomorrow that has somewhere around like 350 heads in it. That should be, hopefully, all I need. I don't think there's about 60 heads in this order. Yeah, the Corvette won't be one I'm getting. I'm not a huge fan of Corvettes. I'm not I know the old ones are stylish, the old ones are cool. It's just not something I really care about. Be honest with you. They're really nice cars. They look good. But for some reason I've never really been drawn to them like that. I think they're overrated actually. All right, there we go. So now go ahead and take off all these guys. Start giving these guys some armor. Some heads. And some helmetas. Now, all the gold stuff in here is for the Lion Knights. And I actually, let me get them down real quick. We'll be using the one out of the castles as well. Gene is in the Bronco coming back from Moab. I'm not sure where he is or where he is at. I don't know what time it is at his location. Kind of want to see how these guys look all outfitted up. I'm pretty sure they're going to turn out pretty cool. Oh, yeah. I like the way that looks. And I believe the sword, oh, it's just a little too big. Now, it'll fit sideways, but the sword can fit in their sheath. It is a really tight fit, though. Thought it would be a little bit bigger. There it goes. They're in Albuquerque. Stop for dinner, and we will join live in about an hour. Greg, they're somewhere near down by you. Almost. Almost. I'm going to continue to. I think these guys. I think I already have a squad of these guys somewhere. So I might need to find out what kind of weapons I gave them and then go from there. And then after I get done messing with these minifigs tonight, I did get a bunch of water pieces in so I can continue knocking the water out. That way I can get that section done where the drawbridge falls down. And I am, before I can get done with these line nights, I'm hoping they come quick, and I'm hoping I can go ahead and see what else I need, because I'll be having to order about 300 hands. All the hands on these are yellow, and of course, my guys are all flesh tones. So I'll have to change that out, which is going to be kind of a pain, I'm not going to lie. I did find a really cool way to pop them off using the brick separator, which is kind of nice. I think I only got 20 of these armor pieces. Ordering minifig parts gets expensive really quick, by the way. As if y'all didn't know. But when you gotta have them, you gotta have them. And then No More is actually busy tonight too. He is out of town for work. Whoa, it just got really blurry really quick. Need to get, let's see. We can get them in her. But all in all, I'm going to be happy when the minifigure section is done. Kind of want to go back and get to where all these guys are at an even number. I know that's probably not going to happen. Having an even number would be nice, but at the same time, I don't feel like going back and ordering ones and twos of certain things and then like 4 or 5 of each weapon. I would like to get it to where these guys are a little more uniform and none of the Lion Knights have the same armor, but they don't have that many choices, and I don't think there's going to be a big issue. Back then, you could only do so much anyway, and armor is armor, right? I'm only seeing 18 of this, and I know I didn't just order 18. There's 19. I'm assuming there's going to be one more in here somewhere. Because there is no way I ordered an odd amount. There it is. 20. Twinkie. But I did think about going back and making sure all of soldiers had like for instance, not giving the same swords to the Lion Knights as I am the Falcons, but I believe that's just too tedious, and I don't really know if it'll even matter. It's not that big of a deal. It's too quiet in here. We definitely need to get some people. I did find out there's like 3 other streamers that stream on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Which kind of kills it, I guess. And I do have a question for some people. I'm going to have to put up a poll on YouTube, but I want to know if they would like me to do this more show based and have more segments, or if they like it to where it's just me hanging out. This is one's got a Harry Potter head. It's a Harry Potter head. And there we go. 20 of these guys. I wonder if I can scooch these guys a little closer. That way I can fit more on this plate. Buying minifigs does get really addicting, though. Buying parts in general does. You just start putting stuff in carts, and next thing you know, there's 1,000 pieces in there, and it's $100. Which has seemed to be a common thing this way. Should also be 20 of these. And I did get some green tiles to put in while they were on the pick-a-brick wall, ready to be purchased. I think the next order I've got coming is heads. I think I got some more minifig parts coming for the Lion Knights. I don't have anything for the Forestmen. I've already got helmets for them. I mean, hats for them, and I also got I can't think of the name of it right now. They're not the normal helms. The like cape hat things. I got some of them. I figured I wanted all them to be in fabric. None of them ever really wore armor. The hardest part about all that, honestly, is going to be pulling the trigger on those hands. It really sucks to have to buy all those hands. Not going to lie. All that many at one time is kind of ridiculous. And it's going to be even more ridiculous to sit here and pull all of them out. I wish Lego sold the hands, because I feel like it would be a little bit easier to get it from them. But it would also suck because I'm sure if Lego had them, they would be double the price. And they would probably get lost getting here or take 2 months like some of the other stuff. And I know that I got to go back and order some more swords. I think in this order, I believe there is 50 crossbows, maybe a little less. Y'all need to pick it up and talk some more tonight. Ain't nobody saying nothing in the chat. If you would like a invite, let me know. I have sent one out to some people. I know that there will be some people on a little later. Of course, Tori and Jean said they would be on a little later. Hopefully by the end of this thing, I won't ever have to buy heads or hands or anything for any minifigs, though. I know all these are just going to be swapped to the... Well, I don't know. I don't know what heads come on all those clones. I'm pretty sure they're the actual clone heads, which is good because the Star Wars mock that I plan on doing next already have a bunch of minifigs for, and the minifigs are out of set, so I won't have to really buy any heads, which is good because that means I can keep these guys together. I need to go buy a display case for these things to kind of put them behind me once I initially get all of them done. I don't want them just sitting in baggies. I looked at a display case that holds minifigs. The only problem is most of them hold maybe 50 to 100, and none of them really hold 500, so it's going to be a little different. What up, Will? When it comes to holding 500 minifigs, I do see that being a little bit of an issue. How's everything going your way? Up north. Just got a Lego order in today, so I'm trying to disperse the pieces. This is the minifig pile. And then I did get an order from a good old buddy, Michael, which I needed it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it anytime soon before I leave. Hopefully I get the chance to. That just means I've got a lot done if I get the time to start putting the leaves and stuff down. And I did look at Lego's Pick a Brick online. I do like all the different leaf pieces they have. So there's another 50 guys. Yeah, I seen that y'all are eating chicken and waffles. That's not very fair. Y'all are too far away to be advertising food that you can't bring to me. I don't know how y'all in the chat feel about that, but nobody should be sending you pictures of food that they're physically not ready to be bringing, right? At least that's the way I feel. Everybody in the chat, what are y'all building tonight? Say hello, hit that like button. Let's get this stream popping. I do really want to know how y'all feel about if y'all think I should just keep this as like a hangout, or y'all think that I should do a certain thing where every night maybe I open with a segment, or maybe halfway through talk about a segment. I know that there's some pictures that got released today of the Republic gunship we're getting, and I have to say it is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I feel it's a little weird they're doing the color scheme and the clones they're doing. I'm glad. It's definitely going to make it easier to get some of those guys and drop the price on the ones that are already there. I think whole thing about price is still going to be like 160, 170 bucks. Which isn't bad for what it is. I mean, the last gunship's like that, and this one does come with a lot more minifigs. David said, keep it a hangout. So I know all these bow and arrows are for the Forestmen. Start a little pile. Somebody told me at one time that the reason why Lego Pick-a-Brick orders come like this is it all has to do with the machine. The machine sorts them at a location in the warehouse, and it just puts them together like that. Even Haley was upstairs when I opened the box, and she was like, what in the world? Why are they like that? But there's just simply nothing I can do. Said that he has not been on YouTube all day. He's got to go check that out. Be right back. I didn't actually find it on YouTube. I found it on the grams of Insta. There is a person I follow that I don't know how he finds out the information, but he is extremely good on leaks. He is one of those people that I've never met him, never talked to him, don't know how he does what he does, but I am glad he is there. He lets me know all the info before I'm supposed to know it. But I normally do not do videos about sets until I actually get legit Lego pictures of them. I like the resolution of it better. I don't like them to look like they're fuzzy and bootleg, stuff like that. And on top of that, I like to make sure it's the actual truth. I don't like finding out something and then, which I have to say, the only thing I have found out in the past couple months or whatever that turned out not to be true, I still don't really know if it's not true. I just know that we haven't got it yet. And that is the set that is supposed to be having the Lego goats. I waited and waited until I really couldn't wait anymore. So I actually got 2 of the Lego goats. I splurged. If you look on Instagram, you can see that I've been buying stuff like that. And don't really know that I should, but I did it anyway. Got 2 goats. So these guys need to be the one with the swords. And I don't think I used these swords before. I think these swords are awfully long. Let me see. They are definitely not the same sword, but it is what I'm going to roll with. And then I was talking to another buddy of mine who uses StreamYard. He seems to have a lot of cool features that I don't have, and I would like to. One of the things I've been doing is making my videos that I actually post. I've been looking at editing ideas and doing things different ways and adding more detail to them so they look a lot better and they're more enjoyable to watch. And on top of that, I found that there's people who are using StreamYard much better than I am. I need to go in and create some small videos and stuff like that for certain things. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll get the option to start a subscription. And what I want to do with that is I'm going to basically pretty much be giving away a set every month to subscribers. It'll just be a random set, and whoever is there gets picked. It'll probably be like the last Wednesday night of every month. And I'm just going to go buy a random Lego set, throw it up, and whoever is in the stream that night gets a chance to get it. But I definitely have been trying to figure out how to use my resources a little better than I have been. Well, every time I put the sword in his hand, his helmet pops off. I put his helmet back on, the sword pops out. He just doesn't want to go to battle. And then the way I had these set up to where they were all in a box, they weren't in a box, sorry, they were in bags. Like I said before, minifigs just kind of fell apart. The weapons fell out of their hand. So I'm actually going to go try to buy some more tackle boxes because that's the way all this stuff goes before it's put together anyway, and see if I can't hold the minifigures in there. I might not do tackle boxes. I might just go buy some Tupperware and kind of put them in Tupperware that way. Make it a little easier. And one other thing I'll probably be doing is making sure all these guys between now and then match up. Like these swords aren't the same, but I do like these better. So what I'm probably going to do is buy enough to put in the Black Falcons and then take parts that I use for the Black Falcons that are not liked so much and give them to the Lion Knights. Oh no, am I out of swords? I only ordered 10 of them things? Dang. That sucks. I bet those are the ones that were like 67 cents. Because there was a huge price on one of them that I didn't buy very many of. And I bet that's it. But I will need to count how many of the other ones I have. That way I know how many to order. Hopefully that there's not that many. Maybe around 50. That's what I'm hoping at least. Knowing my luck, there's like 200 of them sitting over there. Well, now I'm out of those helmets. Dang it, Bobby. But the good thing is I believe I have enough heads to go on all these and then some. Oh yeah, I have about 10 heads left over. That works perfect. Trying to calculate how much of this stuff I need, and it has not been that easy. And then technically, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the other things I might do is switch all the helmets to be where the Black Falcons all have black helmets and the Lion Knights all have silver. I know that seems like a lot to do, but I would like for you to be able to tell there's a difference between these two armies. All right. I still have this stuff, but just do not have. I guess I can put it on these guys. Whoa. I got these black ones. I'm not too sure what to do with them. I might save those. I don't know how they'd look on the Lion Knights. Find out. They don't look too bad. I might just add these to the Falcons also. That way there's not too much confusion. Keep the black on the Falcons and keep the silver and light gray. We'll need to go buy a whole crap ton of helmets though. It is definitely quiet in here tonight. There is not anybody talking. Kind of boring without a guest, I suppose. Like I said, I did send some invites out. I haven't heard anything back from anybody. I know it is 8:30. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I was just typing in the private chat. Hey, I'm here.
Gene and
What's
Tori's
happening?
here, so it's kind of getting quiet tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty quiet when there's no guests.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not used to quiet. I've always got something rambling in my head, or I'm just rambling.
Well, I'm sitting here and I ordered a bunch of pieces for the Army a couple of days ago, and it all came in today. And one of the things that I thought about before and didn't really do anything about or really move forward with it is that a lot of the Lion Knights and the Black Falcons both have the same armor and the same weapons.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I was trying to focus. Yeah. Well, I'm not familiar with all this stuff. You know what I mean? So, and as a matter of fact, I kind of don't care. Like in a way, not in a mean way. Just like I'm gonna sell probably most, if not all, of these knights in this castle, and plus I got the Black Falcons 3-in-1 over here. I'll be selling like probably all those ones because I don't really collect them. I mean, I want to have a couple here and there, but I might already have them just from other things. And I don't plan on having like knights necessarily filling up the castle. It's whoever the hell is actually occupying the space at that particular time is just who's going to occupy it. But hello, chat.
I guess but like aesthetically, if you're looking at a battle going on, right? Like, let's get it down to Star Wars.
All right.
And you're battling you're a original trilogy fan, right?
I mean, I like them all, but in a way, but yeah, I guess
right.
I'm kind of OG like that.
So if the stormtroopers happen to be fighting, or like, let's say the Geonosians, if the Geonosians are fighting the clones, they would all have different weapons. Technically, back in this kind of time and day when there's not, a blacksmith's only going to be able to do so much back then.
Oh, well, especially if it's in that time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, like there are just swords known from that time frame, or weapons, from that time frame. I mean, I guess there are some that have been in other time frames as well, but even like the knights that, that you guys have and stuff like that. Like, I don't even know exactly what kind of time frame that is in necessarily. You know what I mean? It can be stretched quite a bit.
Yeah, I really don't either. I've just been collecting and going. I just knew I wanted it to be in like a fantasy realm.
Yeah, it's definitely a really cool thing. And I mean, I'll probably regret getting rid of most of the knights, but I don't know, maybe not, because I'm not an army builder. That's just something I won't even touch. I already got enough addictions going on, man. I can't be I can't be army building. That's just crazy.
Well, what is your one Lego addiction?
I don't have just one Lego addiction. I wish I did, man. But I mean, I'm trying to really start to focus more on mock building. But
so you're trying to actually spend money now?
Yeah. Well, I know that I definitely am not buying as many sets as I used to. But I'm trying to even buy less now. And in a way, I am, because there's stuff obviously that I want, but there's a lot of sets that are really good, but I don't want them. Like everybody's, creaming their pants right now about that Disney 100 film set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something
look, it's an awesome build, man. And I really like the Bambi and Dumbo minifig or whatever molds, but like, I'm not going to buy it. Like,
my wife wants it, so I'll probably get it that way. But it's also one of those things that I don't. Anytime a theme or anything has any kind of anniversary, it seems like Lego pours a lot of money into that theme at that time.
Mm.
And with the Disney thing, like the castle, for instance, everybody was really happy and freaking out about the castle. But the thing that was dumb about the castle to me is it literally, like, they just released the castle not too long ago, and it's not that much different.
Right. Well, as a Star Wars fan that gets an X-wing every year, you know what I mean? I can't say anything about it, you know what I mean?
But what you're paying what, 40, 50, maybe $60 for an X-wing?
Okay, I can't complain. I got a UCS X-wing every few years, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know, but the point I'm making is, like, it's a repetitive thing that we're used to, so I guess it's Disney fans are going to get used to it too. The only thing I would say, and I agree with a lot of the Disney fans, that I'm like, why did you make the other castle? Yeah, but whatever. I'm sure they had their reasons.
I mean, you are very true. I mean, Star Wars in the Lego realm is very repetitive. I'm waiting. I want the next land speeder to hurry up and drop.
I know, that's why it was so funny when they made the UCS land speeder,
Man, when everybody was talking so much crap when they heard that they were like releasing the UCS land speeder, I was like, I don't see the problem with this. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's all about taste, I mean, because what, like legacy vehicles? Because that was my thing about the land speeder. I'm like, I I'm trying not to curse too much on your stream, man. But I was like, I don't care, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't care the essence of it or the importance of it, or it's a freaking land speeder, dude, and a crappy one at that. Like, and you're gonna make a UCS vehicle out of it. I mean, so I don't know. When Star Wars is just full of all kinds of awesome ships, man. But
But I think the standpoint comes in there is like I want you to answer this for me then. I'm gonna like argue a little bit with you or debate. I'm not gonna call it an argue, I'm gonna call this a debate.
Please.
So Star Wars every couple of years definitely wants to drop a UCS set that's pretty big, right?
I believe it's every year. I mean, they dropping 2 or 3 a year now, man. So like,
yeah, but they definitely want that. Like we had the Falcon, and the Falcon was like the big thing until like the Destroyer, and the Destroyer was like the big thing, and nobody really cared about the land speeder or the A-wing, and then like it was the UCS gunship, and then it was the Razor Crest. Like those are like the big ones.
But those aren't every few years. This is like every year, man. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know where between the Falcon and the Destroyer, but like,
well, the Falcon was 2016 and the Destroyer was like 2019.
Yeah, but like I said, between the Falcon and the Destroyer, I'd have to like look. You know what I mean? But like, I know that the gunship, the Razor Crest, and all that. I mean, that was pretty much back to back to back. But regardless, it doesn't even matter. But what's your question though? Where are we going with it?
What is a small set that you would like them to come out with UCS wise in the middle of these larger ones?
Well, I mean, honestly, I have to really think about it, but there's a ton of ships, dude. I mean, everything.
I think I had the perfect answer to that. Like I had a debate with this other guy, and we were going back and forth about it.
Yeah.
And I think every year there needs to be a play set and a ship dropped.
Well, you mean like a UCS playset?
Yeah, like the Cantina.
Oh, I don't know. Again, I'd have to really sit and think about it, man, because I don't even know if there's any rhyme or reason to what they're doing. I don't pay enough attention to like what comes out on the release dates. I mean, if I sat here and looked at like the analytical data, it'd be different. I could be like, yeah, okay, look, obviously they do this every other year. They do this every year. They make 2 of these. I do know the third UCS thing is kind of new. But Lego puts out so much damn sets, man. And I don't just focus on Star Wars. You know what I mean? So if anything, I've kind of almost focused on more things or more other things in Star Wars now. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even mind repeats of some stuff. You know what I mean? Like the N1 Starfighter, man. I would love to see another one of those. Because they could probably do it even better now. And I missed it when it came out the first time.
The crappy thing about that is I feel like if they dropped that, it wouldn't be the yellow Starfighter like the Naboo. It would come out to be something like the Mandalorian style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Because that's the other thing too, man. Is like, Lego. Again, man, there's some stuff, especially with like Star Wars, like they're not consistent with it all.
Like it kind of sounds stupid, but one of the things I would actually like, I would not mind a UCS gun ship.
UCS what ship?
The gun ship, the one they used in episode 1. Yeah, I think that was a really neat looking thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, it at least it'd be different as well, man.
Or even like a UCS set with like the 3 pod racers. I know that's going against a lot of people's likes, but
dude, again, it's about perception, man. An opinion. It's whatever. I mean, look at me. I didn't think the land speeder should have been made as a UCS shit or UCS set, man. But
well, I just thought it was Lego laughing in people's face at that point.
Yeah, but I don't understand when companies do stuff like that. I mean, you're laughing in our face by making a set that may or may not have sold well. I don't even know really how well it did.
I mean, I bought it. I have it.
Yeah, I got it too. I mean, kind of. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, it looks good. It's just there's so many better things they could have made.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wish I could think of some off the top of my head, man. Really, but
I mean, we're
I don't
getting a
know.
Ghost.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't know if we're getting a UCS Ghost.
No, but we're getting a Ghost.
Yeah, but that's something that I debated with a couple people. Mainly, I think Sean the Right Way was about. I thought that would be like their first $1,000 UCS set. I thought it would just be perfect because it's about the size of the Millennium Falcon. If you do it UCS size, maybe even a little bit girthier, and then you've got the Phantom that connects to it as well. You know what I mean? So that's like an extra added piece that could push it to that $1,000 range.
I just think that if they're going to drop $1,000 set, it's going to be a Falcon before it's anything else.
And see, that's what some people say. And I don't get me wrong, I mostly agree just because of the probability, you know what I mean? But I just hate it. And look, the Falcon is really like one of my top ships. It used to be my favorite, but the Razor Crest took that spot. And then the Ghost has been floating around between 2 and 3. But I don't want another Falcon, man. It's like, God dang, dude.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, but it's not like Lego cares what I want, man.
They just, I mean, they're going to, the bad thing is Lego is going to put out what they think is going to sell well. And that's extremely smart. The only thing is like, how many times can you beat the horse? Beat the horse. Like, you've done this 20 times. Why are you going to create another one? And
well, then there's another thing as well. I think is interesting is this original trilogy market's going to die out, man. It's probably going to fade out pretty fast once like a lot of our generation's gone, because the prequel fans, and I have so much respect for them. You know what I mean? Like they're becoming young adults now and stuff, and like they're wanting the gunship and all this stuff. And then like another 15, 20 years, then all these other kids, man, they're gonna maybe they'll want sequel stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the point is, like, Kathleen Kennedy and Luke, they've already talked about like they're wanting to move away from George Lucas Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, and I'm down with that too, as far like the Skywalker saga part. You know what I mean? Not George Lucas, how he kind of envisioned Star Wars, but yeah, that's their focus, man. So Lego's gonna have to deal with like they're gonna have to go with the market. And that's what I keep saying about like all the prequel stuff right now is like they should be focusing on prequel stuff, man. They could be selling like hotcakes, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're 100% right
but they think that our generation is eating up all the OG trilogy stuff, or I've even heard them say, because like they like the OG trilogy stuff, and I'm always like I don't care what you guys like. That's not your job, man, to make what you want. It's your job is to make what the market wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it's real easy to say like, oh yeah, we make more money off the Falcon and stuff like that. But yeah, man, start putting out like more prequel stuff and see what sells, man. You seen what like the 501st Battle Pack, that clone pack that came out, like that just never would stay in stock. The market.
I never even bought one of those.
I never found one, dude. I mean, I found one once or twice, but it was like selling for like $40, $50. I'm like, I'm not paying that.
I've never even like glanced at one in the wild. They I mean, I like I said, I 100% agree with you. I think there's definitely a huge market they're missing.
Yeah.
As many times as they keep reintroducing the same thing, I think that they could benefit themselves a lot by at least trying something new. A lot of the things like I know that a lot of people bought it just because it was like the 20th anniversary thing, but when they had all this 20th anniversary sets, like the Anakin's Pod Racer, for instance, that thing sold pretty well.
Oh yeah.
I think that we are due for a set of the Pod Racers, like a bigger set of them. They sold really well back in the day, and that wasn't necessarily something that their original trilogy fans cared about, but they bought it because it was like the Star Wars.
And you know what? I think why I think they like the OG stuff so much to do it as well is because I don't think the designers and all that, I don't think they really even know the prequels that well enough, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you got to think the designers are our age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And why they don't have somebody in the department like that's the head of the Star Wars department, like making sure they don't mess things up or get things right or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, is beyond me, dude. Because they really make themselves look like jackasses with all the adults. Like, it's easy to get away with that stuff with kids, man. But like when you're talking to T falls and A falls, like, we're like, no, we see right through your shit, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you're 100% right.
I hate being right about that, though, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, eventually I can see them doing something and branching out to something new. But at the same time, like, to go back a little bit of like a step further, if you hand me the amount of money that some of these Star Wars sets cost, like if I had to pick a set, for instance, between like Ninjago, the new Ninjago, what's it called, Gardens? That set.
Or no,
like,
Market.
Yeah, Market. Between that set and the X-Wing, I would probably pick the Ninjago set. The Dream sets that are coming out, those look really cool.
Yeah, man, those are hot.
But
I would like to get some, but we'll see what happens. I'm not really buying any Lego, man, until pretty much fall.
So, are you waiting on the Ghost?
There's three main things that I want, and I'd like to say the gunship's one, but it's not. It's at the top. It's like way up on the list, but the main three things are the Ahsoka, the Ghost, the UCS Venator, and then the Avengers Tower.
Did you see the leaked images of the gunship?
I did.
What do you think?
It looks. Just from first glance and everything, I think it looks nice. It looks good. The only reason I say I don't want it is because like I've got a gunship right there. You know what I mean?
The bad thing is this one's just a recolored one.
Yeah, I mean, and again, if I can swing it and stuff, man, I'll definitely get it. I want it, because I really want the minifigs too. But the Venator, the Ghost, and the Avengers Tower just trump it, And then even out of those three, I'm probably gonna have to do whatever to get the Ghost. You know what I mean? The U.S. Venator, but if I got to pick between the Venator and the Avengers Tower, I mean, like I'm probably gonna pick the Avengers Tower as long as it looks good enough. Because
really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I mean, I'd like to have them both, but if I got to choose between one, first of all, I don't even know where I'd put the Venator, dude. I'm running out of space to put stuff, especially big ships like that, especially a big ship that's going to be like, yeah, I can move maybe like the Slave One and put it over there. So I don't know, man.
It look
weird, huh?
Do you have the Imperial Destroyer?
No.
So I will tell you the one thing that turns me off about buying the Venator is because I have the Star Destroyer. I built it. It is extremely flimsy. It keeps falling apart. It's like I don't know if you've seen like the Death Star 2, like the original one, but you have all this weight and you're literally holding it up with these 4 rinky-dink legs. So anytime, Lego does flex. Anytime that you move it side to side, those pieces kind of come in together. And it's just really crappy to think that you're spending that much money on something that's not very stable.
Yeah, it's freaky, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm running out of space. I could probably find a spot for it. You know what I mean? I don't think that I'm not quite there yet where I can't find a spot. But the other more important thing is, man, the Avengers Tower is going to go in the city, and it's got.
That was my next question. If you were throwing it in the city.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's like a bigger reason for me to get the Avengers Tower over the Venator. Star Wars is in my heart, and stuff like that. And like I said, I like to have them both. And look, if the Avengers Tower looks like shit, then I'm gonna be like, nah, never mind. I'll just get the Venator. We'll see. Nerd Brick, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Nerd Brick?
So what you got going on here, man? Like I see you got your army in front of you there, but
my Lego order came in that I've been waiting on, and placing it the other day, I had to throw an audible. I really want to get this waterway done before Brickfair, and I've been using these light trans blue tiles, and it was one of those things that they worked really well. I like the way they look, but the problem was Lego Pick-a-Brick online keeps running out of them. They're never in the store, and if they're I think they're like 8 cents or 9 cents or something like that on the Pick-a-Brick. but they're like 15 cents on Bricklink, and I needed 1,000 of them.
Oh,
and they were on Pick a Brick. I went to go place the order. I put them in a cart, and as soon as I went through to go pay, I noticed that they had moved from bestsellers back to normal. And I was like, man, I really needed this like soon. So I'm kind of throwing an audible and doing this thing where I'm going with I'm switching up between the two colors, between light and dark.
all right.
And I'm just going to make the water look deeper. I've used it in this before. It's just only in deep areas. So what I'm pretty much doing is anywhere near the castle on that rock wall is just going to be the dark color. And I'm going to blend it in to try to make it look a little better.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I mean, it's massive.
Yeah. The one thing, like, I hate talking about the castle really a lot just because I feel like it's like a brag and I'm not trying to. But I was waiting on an order from Lego. It came, and I was really worried about getting the castle put together and taking it to Brick Universe. So I just kept, like, I took enough pieces to finish the castle with me because I still had that last tower to build. I literally, like, freaked out, got the castle there. I went to go put it all together, and they, instead of having, like, the 2 4x7 tables or 4x6 tables like Brickfair has,
yeah,
they had, like, these 16-inch by 5-foot tables, and they were stacked 4 deep. Well, the problem is when you start adding tables like that, none of them line up. Like, they're all different heights, they're all wore down, and the castle wouldn't sit right. And I ended up having to shove base plates underneath it in order to get it going. Yeah. So I finally got it right and got the castle together, and it was the first time that I had seen it completely together. And I just kind of like stepped back and was like, holy shit. Like, it doesn't look that big in my basement. It really doesn't. It's actually quite small.
Oh, man, that's funny. Yeah, I imagine, it's weird, man, the size comparison with stuff, like different perspectives, how you don't, like, my mock was like that. It I don't know, man, it didn't feel as big until, like, actually started transporting it and then laid it on the table at the convention. And
in your house, you have it sitting there on a table, and it's surrounded by everything that you know. So everything you know is a certain size. You have that memory burned in your head. The minute you take it and put it in another element or another surrounding, it just grows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Oh man.
Are you going to Brickfair this year?
Probably not.
What? You didn't go last year?
Well, because I didn't have a job. Well, I guess I did have a job at the time, but I just started, so I couldn't take the time off. But even then, I didn't have a job for like 6-7 months or something like that before then, so I just didn't have any money to spend on anything. And I have a job right now, but I dropped a pretty decent amount of money at Brick World. So I don't know if it, like, next year I'd probably be able to swing both of them because I'll have my truck paid off, and that's like, god dang, man, an extra $450 a month in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. Believe me, my wife gets on to me every day because I pay for a car that I don't even drive. It just sits in the garage.
No more bricks. What's up, Harold? How you doing?
Harold said, "Boo, how's not
going?" Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? And I might be able to at least swing maybe one of the public days, but I am gonna have my cookout. So
yeah, we talked about that. I've got it planned to where, last year I left on Sunday night. Sunday evening. I packed up as quick as I could and bounced because it's technically like a 5.5 hour drive.
Dude, I don't like, because some people kind of feel bad or whatever. They kind of like, dude, I get it. I mean, because I'm an hour and a half away from Brickfair.
Oh, you're only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 3 or 4 hours up.
No, No, it's just I tell everybody like if you're going back to Brickfair, then it's like pretty much like a 3-hour drive round trip. But like if a lot of people are already heading north or at least in the general direction, so like last year, like a couple people that were traveling through was like Bricklock, because he lives in Illinois, so he just swung around this way. I mean, it was out of the way, but it wasn't like far out of the way.
Yeah.
And then like Danny Bob, because she's out in Indiana, so she stopped by, and so and I tell everybody, man, like we have a lot of room. Like we have 2 extra bedrooms. We have a huge yard, like a couple couches, like what I mean. Like I say the yard because like if you can bring a tent, man, dude. You can camp out in my backyard. We got a fire pit. We got a pool. We got a hot tub. Like it's like a little vacation, man. Like you can sit there and get tipsy, man, in the hot tub, go take a swim, and then just crawl in your tent, man, and go to sleep. So and who knows, man? You might see a rabbit. By the way, hello, Haley. How you doing?
What's going on, Haley?
Yeah, like if you're listening out there, because it's hard to remember everybody, like even who's going, but yeah, if you know me well enough, and and I mean like, because when I say you know me well enough, I just mean like I know who you are, you know what I mean? Like if Haley wanted to come, like
no random showing up at your house.
Yeah, I mean like or if I like just met you like very recently, like I just don't know you well enough yet, like. Obviously, Big Nate, you can come. Harold could come to, So, yeah, it's like my annual cookout now, my annual Brickfair cookout, and I'll have food. Like last year, man, everybody was eating up the watermelon, but like I cooked hot dogs and burgers and stuff.
The plan this year is, I kind of figured it was going to cost me somewhere around like $1,500 just to get there. $1,000 or $500 for a hotel, like $500 for a truck, and then if I go get T-shirts and stickers made, it's going to be another like $500.
Yeah, I'm not doing really, unless I can really afford it. I'm not doing merch next year. Maybe some stickers, but I plan on making like a bunch of sig figs. So that's what's going to cost me. Hi, will be there s'mores? Yes, we'll have s'mores. I got a fire pit, so I mean it's summer, so I don't know. I don't know if people want to have a fire, but I guess if there's s'mores involved, and of course, like everybody, hangs out in the Lego room. That's like the big thing. You can literally in person look around at the forest and the city and everything. If you got a sig fig, you can see yourself. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time, and I think this year my computer is working better than it was last year. So I might just have the live stream just going. Like,
the weird thing that's going to throw a wrench in it. So, how many times have you been to Brickfair? You went every year before last, right?
I mean, not every year, but I've gone several years because I was going right when I came out of my dark ages. I started going. And I actually went to the other one that nobody really likes, I guess.
Fredericksburg?
No, what's it called? Brickfest Live or whatever. Like
I think horrible.
Yeah, well, that was one of the first ones I went to too. You know what I mean? But Brickfair was close by, so and I was even closer where I used to live. Like instead of an hour and a half, it only took me like barely an hour. But now, I'm on the east side of Maryland, so you got to like cross over like the bridge and everything. But yeah, I've been to several of them, but I used to basically just go for like the Saturday. I would go Saturday, spend a bunch of money, see all the mocks, and then go home.
So my question is I kind of dropped the ball a little bit on getting the hotel reserved. It said that you could go on there as long as it was before the 1st, and you were kind of like not guaranteed, but you could be put on like the waiting list. And I went on there and got put on the waiting list. And according to the website, it says something like there's like 21 people ahead of me. So I message Todd, and according to Todd said I'm going to get on there no matter what. So which is good. but I'm trying to make sure because we're also in the talk of not only my wife coming with me, but Legion coming with me.
Oh. Well, I would get right on that.
So
At the very least, I would have a backup plan and find another hotel close by. Because look, it is convenient to have a hotel close by at Brickfair. It's really convenient. It's just much better at Brick World because you're in the hotel.
Yeah.
But I would definitely get a backup plan because I did stuff way ahead of time, both when I went with my mock at Brickfair and with Brick World. Like at least 6 months out, I had everything reserved and planned out.
See, I paid way ahead of time, but I did not even think about the hotel.
Yeah, it's a big one, man. You know, you don't want to be, I guess, sleeping in your vehicle.
Well, there's a hotel.
Or sleeping under the table in the convention center.
Well, so I don't know if you know this or not, or seen it on the internet. You know, I bought 2 goats, right?
I wasn't sure if they were real or not.
Oh no, they're real. So I don't like you've not hung out with me that much in person, but I'm one of those type of people where if I go over to your mock or something else, and like let's say you have a like just for instance, let's say you have a cool Citizen Brick fig set up in your mock somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that looks really cool. Where'd you get that from? You're like, man, it came from Citizen Brick. They got it over there. So the minute that you tell me that, I'm kind of making it a point to go get one. And if I get over there to their place and they don't have one, I'll normally like try to scour to see if anybody else has one internet wise, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting at Brick Universe and this guy came up to me, was like on over the mock, told me how much he liked it. What's going on, Macro? Was basically just telling me that his like childhood, that he grew up, the Falcons were like his favorite. He never thought he could like see something like this, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, I have a question. He's like, where's the goat? And the minute he said that, it was like this thing clicked in my head where it was like, I got to get a goat. So I immediately walked over to all the vendors. I checked Bricklink. Bricklink prices were around like $80. So I was like, okay, Haley, you're going to get mad at me, but I'm going to go buy a goat. So she's laughing. She stands there to like man the mock. I go over there and start searching. Every like vendor I ask is like, no, we don't have any. We don't have any. We don't have any. I get to the last vendor and she's like, actually, to be honest, she was like, we went to Brick World. I had 7 of them. And she was like, people were buying them and I was marking them up crazy. She was like, the first one, a couple were selling for like 100. She said she had 9. And she said when she got down to 5, she marked them up to 150. When she got down to 1, she marked the last one up to 175 and somebody still bought it. And the minute she said that, I was like, that is just so far out of my price range. I'm not doing it. I was like, it's pointless. So I kind of came home and I felt a little defeated. So I'm in 2 lugs and I pretty much put out feelers. I was like, if anybody's got a goat, message me, let's talk, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Well, someone messaged me and his first sentence was, you're not going to resell these. You're going to use them for your mock, correct? And I knew when he said that he was going to help me and not just try to rip me off. Yeah. And he gave me a price that I could not argue with. And I was like, how many do you have? And he was like, 2. I was like, I'll take both if you'll sell them. And he was like, done. So I bought them. I never seen a picture of them. I never asked him to see a picture of them. I didn't know if they were real. And that whole thought process did not kick in until the day that I knew they were arriving because he sent me tracking information.
Right.
And the whole day I'm sitting at work, I'm like, man, if I get home and I open these things and they're not real Lego, I am bummed. I'm like super mad. I'm going to be kind of pissed. Yeah. It's just one of those things. So I get home. I see the package. I walk all the way inside. Haley's here. She's like, is that the goats? And I'm like, yeah. She's trying to get me to go buy 2 more goats so she could drill a hole in them and wear them as earrings as like a FU to the Lego community. And I'm like,
I would have loved that, dude. That would have been great.
I'm like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. I'm like, we will literally get kicked out.
Imagine though, because those goat earrings would cost more than a lot of other earrings. You know what I mean?
I was like, that's a set of diamond earrings.
Right. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah. So the goat thing was kind of an interesting topic because quite a few people thought I was going to go ham and buy at least one of them at Brick World. And it crossed my mind because just I guess the whole essence around it. But instead of spending whatever $100 on the goat, I decided to get me that glow in the dark skeleton 3D printed figure for $80. You know what I mean?
Glow in the dark skeleton printed figure.
Yeah, I never show you that.
Hold
on, it's got right here.
Sure didn't.
Yeah, man, it's pretty rad. It glows in the dark.
Oh, that yes, I have seen that.
Like I and like somebody, I remember, I think it was one of the ACOB boys, man, when we were like kind of just poking fun at me and talking about how like I spent $85 maybe on this thing, I guess with tax, and they're like, you talk about the price of Lego and stuff, and I was like, yeah, well, I'd rather spend $80 on this than a fucking goat.
Big Nate said that he thinks that he knows someone that bought 4 goats at Brick World.
Look, somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody gave me a fake goat, and that's good enough for me, man. until that new set comes out.
But that's the thing, we don't know that it's coming out.
And if it doesn't, I got me a fake goat that looks just as good, dude. I mean, and look, I will freely admit that I'm being a hypocrite about when I say that, because clearly, I wouldn't want other fake Lego things that were copied directly from Lego. You know what I mean? Like stuff that's like, I don't care about building blocks, man, that are its own creation. You know what I mean? Whether it's like the blue bricks or the whatever, Brickmania stuff or the custom clone stuff or whatever, I mean, that's whatever. Hey, what's up, man?
So you don't like the custom stuff like that?
No, I do. I'm saying I'm a hypocrite. So the fake goat I got is a complete ripoff of the original goat. You know what I mean? But I love it because I wanted a goat. But I'm being a hypocrite because I wouldn't buy a fake detective's office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I'm
being a hypocrite about it. Fake goats are good enough. Decrease the demand for the real goats, and the price will get lower. It is what it is, man.
The thing is I got them for so cheap that if anybody would have been offered that price, they would have took them too.
Dude, if I had some goats, I would sell them and make money. So I'm not gonna like,
Well, yeah. The whole reason for me telling you this is I've explained, Haley. So my wife is not really that big into Lego. Mm-hmm. Taking her to Brick Universe was like an eye-opening experience for her, and she got more involved than I ever thought she would. The people that come up and was asking all the questions about how many pieces it was and all that, she knew all the answers. She was answering the questions. She was taking care of business. She was like talking to people with me, and it worked perfect. Awesome. And then I guess her not really understanding the difference between like a smaller convention like that, because they kick you out there at 7:00. 7:00 they close the doors, no one's allowed in. Oh, versus like Brickfair, where at 2:00 in the morning we're all there chilling.
Yeah, totally, man. I was playing poker, man, till 2:00 in the morning at Brickfair.
I signed up for poker. I signed up for the impaired drinking. I signed up for one of the blind builds.
Yeah, man, there's good stuff there, man. Good fun. I was disappointed I didn't get into a poker game at Brick World. I want to change that next year. Actually, I should talk to Sean the right way about that. Yeah.
Are you a poker fan?
I am. And I would love to be a poker fan with any one of you guys if you'd like to lose some money, please.
I don't know about that. I would. How bad would you feel if I took your money and bought a goat with it?
Dude, I would be like, rock on, brother. Go get your goat. Go get your goat. But yeah, I think because I miss poker, man. I used to play like almost every night, and then I played weekly for a long time. What's going on, Jason? C, how you doing?
What's going on, Jay?
Big Nate says my wife won't come to Brick Universe, Lou, but the kids might hang out. But the whole family is going to the Ultimate Brick Show in August. Rock on. Mayo says I'm in lots of joint pain. Oh man, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better, brother. Hope you feel better, man.
That is no bueno.
Yeah, my neuropathy's been getting worse. I know that, and it's throwing me off because like before your nerves die, you know, whatever the length of period of time, it's different for whatever, you know, each nerve or whatever. But like you start getting different things going on. Like for a lot of times you get like a tingling sensation, like your arms asleep or something like that, you know. Then other times, man, like I'll just get like these spikes of pain where it just feels like somebody took like a pin or a needle or whatever, man, just jab it in my whatever's at the time, my hand or my foot or sucks, man.
Does it last for very long?
Yeah, it's permanent.
No. I meant like the pain, the jabbing pain.
It depends. I think subconsciously, man, it's I do things to try and take my mind off of it and don't realize it. I think maybe that's why I listen to music like all the time. Like I always listen to music, you know, to keep my mind off things, stuff like that. What's up, Brick Babe?
What's up, Brick Babe?
Hey. Harold says, if I get a free public day pass, would you come? Probably. Look, if I come, I need to be careful because I'm gonna want to buy stuff, man.
Yeah, but
I know that's a lame.
So you just had a talk that you said that you weren't going to buy any more Lego because you're holding out. So what in the world there?
So what are you gonna do? You drop me right in the middle of Brickfair and expect me not to buy anything, dude? Would you drop a crackhead right in the middle of a crack deal? No.
What would tempt you to buy there?
What would tempt me to buy there?
Like, what in the world would you see to make?
I spent $150 just on a little baggie of stuff from Citizen Brick. Just like tiles and torsos and, you know, like nothing even like big, man, you know, and I'm not like, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I got really cool stuff, but like, that was just on a little baggie of stuff, man. Like, yeah.
Believe me, I know I dropped a ridiculous amount of money last year.
Dude, like,
I spent more last year than you and Chef combined in the past 3 conventions together. I promise you.
Oh, I believe it because of the mocks, right? Dude, that stuff is that's what I learned about the Darth Vader mock, you know, the throne room I did.
No. I meant what I spent there, like at location.
Oh, at the convention. Oh. I mean, yeah, I did look. If I didn't have other things kind of going on, it'd be a little easier because I made back a lot of money too at Brick World at the garage sale. Like, yeah, I did very well. And then, like, even my room, I split it with Macro and Chef, you know? So, like, I didn't even have to pay for, like, the full room because Macro and Chef were sleeping in the room, too. So they helped out with that. You know, it was just mainly, like, gas and food. And, you know, those are things that they weren't really recuperated anyway.
See, I can't bring myself to sell any of my sets.
Oh, dude, like, I'm starting to getting almost addicted to selling stuff.
See, I wanted to do so. You know, I don't know if you know about like the Whatnot story, but you know, I put off Whatnot. I was like, I'm not getting on it. I'm not doing it. I'm not I'm staying away from it. I don't need to buy anything off of it. Blah 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 blah.
It's real easy to buy off it too.
Well, I know because you just click a button and next thing you know, it's like charged. I got a buddy who owns a BrickLink store who does a auction almost every night of like some kind of different theme.
Yeah,
I jumped on there and there was I forgot what it was, but it was some kind of Clone Army Customs fig, and it went for like $15.
Okay.
So I bought it. I was like, easy enough. It's like a $30 fig, whatever. Buy this, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So buy that, and then couple minutes later, he puts up another one. It's like $20. Bought it. A couple minutes later, puts up another one, like $20. Bought it. And I immediately got off. He ended the stream, got off, and I was like, man, I spent it was like $85.
Right.
And I was like, man, that happened like really fast. I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, all right, I'm staying off, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Well, then Chef had his auction, and Chef was like, you need to come check it out. I bought almost every flesh tone minifigure that Chef put up there.
Oh, wow.
Because all the army is flesh tone, and sometimes it's cheaper to buy these minifigs from the whatnot sites for like $1 and $2 a piece.
Right.
Than it is just to buy the heads, because the heads are like $1 a piece off of Bricklink sometimes.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, flesh tone's expensive. Pick a Brick on Lego's website has them sometimes for sale.
So many.
What, flesh tones?
Yeah, dude.
Is your city staying yellow?
No, it's whatever, man. It's
just
anything.
Maymore said he's excited to see your army videos.
Hive's army videos. Oh wait, was I making an army? Oh, you talking about these things, dude? Maybe Harold missed it. I'm just gonna be selling most of these figures, man. I plan on keeping, at least for a little while, the wizard. See, the reason I don't mind selling stuff is because, like, look, I have a wizard. I have Gandalf. I don't need any other wizards, man. And then I have like tons of like Harry Potter, like whatever the.
He said castle armies. He thinks you're gonna get addicted just like we all did.
No. I that is one thing I've really wanted to stay the hell away from is army building. Anything. It's just I see the appeal to it. I look at your guys' army. Like I'm looking at his right now, just sitting there, all uniform, looking good, man. Like
you gotta
something about it,
man. You gotta give in.
Something about it, man. I get it, but no, I don't. Because even the castle itself, it's going in my city, and eventually, it'd probably be a couple years, but like eventually, I'd like to build like a huge castle, man. Because I really want to have like a big, long, like a huge tower and everything, and then take that to like a convention or whatever. But
you need an army to do that.
No, I don't, because
you
even
can't
when
have a castle without an army.
Yeah, I can.
That's that's like your city with no minifigures. Take out every minifigure in your city.
Well, no, that's not the same analogy, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, dude, because I don't play by those rules, man. Like anything that's in my city would be in the castle. It's like, I'm not saying I won't have any knights or anything like that. It's not like I don't keep themes. Like in the cantina, there's Ninjago figures sitting in the cantina. You know what I mean? Like I can't keep things contained like that. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to have a city, so I could have like all these different themes living in the same area. I don't know. Maybe like I got the idea. I just can't remember from the Lego movie.
I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong, but if you have a castle, you have to have minifigs there. It can't just be an empty castle.
Oh no, there will be minifigs, just not the castle ones. I mean, like I said, there might be some, just but yeah, of course there'll be minifigs. Yeah, totally. I didn't know that's what you meant. My bad. I thought you just.
Yeah, I was like, you can't just have you can't have an.
Well, imagine if I did though. It just had like a castle, just like Ghost Town, like no minifigs, dude. Or maybe put like one ghost in there or something.
Come to think of it though, I have never been to a convention and seen a massive mock where there wasn't just like an abundance of minifigs.
Yeah. And most of them stick to the army stuff, but I've definitely seen a lot of them that kind of mix it up with a lot of different themes and stuff like that. Castle in Ruins. I don't know. I just think it would just because I don't know. I'm not saying nobody's ever done it, but I haven't seen it. So if I ever do that castle mock, yeah, I think I might put no minifigs in it too. Everybody be looking too. They're gonna be like looking.
You should just do that and then get you like a custom printed sign and put it on the front of the gate and put "Clothes will return soon."
Oh gosh, that's funny.
There'd
Thank you,
be so
Jason.
many
Thank
people
you.
that would be like, "What in the hell is going on here?"
Minifigs make the mock, right? I appreciate that, Harold. Hey, look who's in that. Speaking of knights,
What's
there's
going
Mr.
on,
Mr.
Shy?
Shy. Right? Yeah, man. I'm digging. You know something about the castle, and this is the whole thing. This is why I said I don't care really about the minifigs, dude. It's not really what concerns me. It's the castle that I want. Like, dude, I am loving just the shape and the structure of this thing.
That thing
And
has some. Have you built any of the staircases yet? The curved
well,
ones?
well, no, just the ones that are in here, and they're ones that go downstairs. But like, I don't know, something about the smoothness of it too. You know what I mean? You would think the castle would be all like these hard edges and stuff, and yeah, it does have some, but like, I don't know, man. Like this thing is just awesome. Like I really regret not getting two of them, and if I'm not careful, I will get a second one.
See,
But
like
how am I
that
how am I gonna
castle,
get
for
a second
instance.
one when I'm trying to get like Avengers Tower and the Ghost and jeez, man.
See, like that castle, for instance, is something that I could take apart.
Well, so I don't know, man. Let me ask you guys. Like, I'm gonna build the castle. Like, obviously, I'm building it. But like, should I take this thing, man, and like mock like a big like my own castle out of it?
That
Like,
thing's really like it's a nice build, but it quality of build it does not compare at all to that 3-in-1.
well, the main reason I got this wasn't actually for the castle part. It was mainly for the tower. I wanted the tower. So I think like that's what I was originally going to do. I was going to build the castles and build this tower and have it kind of sit kind of next to it or something like that. But I don't know. So this is my summer in the city kind of thing this year because I'm not trying to buy any Lego for a few months. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to take all these sets I've had in my backlog and I'm gonna get rebrickable stuff for the Sesame Street, for the Noodle Shop, for the up house. I don't know. I'll see if there's one on there. I'm sure there is, but I was just gonna do the up house myself. I've got a train.
There's a bunch of people. If you're trying to make the up house bigger for your city, there's a bunch of people that have bought like 2 and 3 of them and mashed them together to make it bigger.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to make it bigger, just wanted to make it enclosed. And I already got a stand for it too. So wherever I put it, it looked like it's kind of floating away from the space that it was sitting in. I even want to make sure I can have like the sewer pipes and drains and stuff kind of sticking out the bottom of it.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, I mean, and like Mrs. Hyde actually brought this up to me and she said it in a very nice way because she don't ever really get on me about Lego. Like, it doesn't matter how much I spend. I mean, I always pay stuff off, but she was like, yeah, she's like, you got a pretty big backlog there. She's like, what are you doing with all those sets? And I was like, well, I'm going to build a majority of them. And then the other majority of them, I said I buy with, money from memberships to give away to members every month on the show. And then of course, pays for shipping as well. I said, and then there's a small percentage that won't go anywhere. They were gifts, like Ryan signed, his, 5 battle pack or whatever. If somebody gave me a gift or something like that, that's not going anywhere. And then there's another small percentage of them that I'll sell either sooner or later, depending on what it is.
I have like a 0% backlog. Like I don't have anything in backlog.
Well, ever since I started doing the membership giveaway, I've kind of accumulated a lot of stuff because I give away poly bags, but I also give away sets. So I just started accumulating, a small pile of that stuff. And since I only give like pretty much one set or whatever a month, if I got 12 sets, then it's a whole year pretty much,
No more. I would really like to say I could help you out. And even though I do have some, I don't think I could get rid of them just in case.
No, man, I don't want anybody to help me out really with it because it's my thing for members. You know what I mean? It's my thank you to them for me, So that's why I do it.
No, he said that No More said that he ran out of dark gray slopes.
Oh, dark gray slopes.
That's what I was saying. I can't help him out. I can't give him any of mine. I thought I cornered the market. I didn't know that there was any out there. I've only got about 3,000 of each piece.
So something I got to get. Just maybe I haven't thought about it, or I just haven't had the money at the right time. It's not going to cost much, but I got to get 8 more of the waterfall pieces that are you can't quite see through them completely. I pull one out, but I don't feel like messing with it.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I got to get 8 more of those so I can just pretty much finish this waterfall. I've decided that's what I want to use.
What do they cost? Like $3 or $4 a piece?
I don't know. I don't think they're quite that much, but maybe like $1.50, $1.25 if I remember correctly. I can't. It's been a while since I ordered them. I don't think it's too bad though, but it's worth it. I'm only getting 8 of them, and it'll make the waterfall done. I need that. Dude, that waterfall is such an eyesore. Every time I try and do a nice pan shot over my ocean or whatever, I'm like, dang, man. Everything else is looking really nice. And
I don't know what the most expensive piece I have like in general. Now I will tell you, I think it's like a 2x2x3 brick that's got a lion head on it. It's got like a molded lion head.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I can't picture it in my head for some reason.
What's going on, EMS Bricks?
What's happening?
I think I ordered like 4 of those, and I want to say they were like $2 or $3 a piece.
Oh wow!
I don't know of any like major piece in my castle that was expensive. Well, the flags were probably like the most expensive piece.
I have a lot of I don't know if they're expensive pieces, but I have a lot of pieces that are worth money. I just don't know. In your
city?
No, just in the pile of Lego I have all over this room. Most of it's from all those bins and stuff of Lego that I bought. All those old pirate pieces and Blacktron type pieces or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Then there's other pieces that I'm like, whatever. I've given tons of them away. One of Ryan's friends that I met. I mean, I'm friends with him now too. He's a good dude. I gave him like a small box full of Bionicle pieces. I just kept finding them. Finding them. I just kept throwing them in his box. I give Adora I give her all of my friends' mini dolls. God, I keep the hair pieces and stuff, but I give her the mini dolls. Professor Spacetime, I gave him tons of fluorescent type pieces and stuff. I just don't care, man. Unless something's worth a lot of money and I want to sell it, but man, for anybody, if anybody comes to the cookout for Brickfair, remind me, because I won't remember because I'm dumb like that. But remind me, say, hey, hi, can I look through your Lego pieces? You were talking about giving something away. I was like, dude, you can go through my Lego pieces, man. Find something you want. Show it to me. I'll be like, yeah, you can probably have it. I don't care about any of these pieces, and I don't have a Bricklink store, so.
I don't know. Well, see, that's what I was going to get to earlier about the reselling thing. I feel like if I started selling, I would get addicted to it, and I would do it to a point to where I wouldn't care about necessarily building anymore.
I could see. That's funny, Harold. I could see where you can, because I could see where that would be a slippery slope. Because there's some stuff I won't sell, just no matter what, But other stuff, it depends on the amount of money you offer me, man. You know what I mean? Because I've sold I've sold tons and tons and tons of stuff, man. Stuff that I've flipped, stuff that I just didn't want anymore, But there has been a small handful of things I sold that I wish I didn't. Like the October Marvel 4-pack. I really wish I didn't sell that. I sold the Iron Patriot. I sold the Silver Centurion. I actually gave away at least one of the Silver Centurions during Good Morning Brick World. So there's there's a handful of stuff, man. I wish I kind of didn't sell, but
I don't think there's anything that I gave away I regret. Now, I will tell you that I'm that type of person that I was giving stuff to friends before I was like trying to sell them. Like I have a really good friend, and I gave him a 2013 Republic gunship.
Oh wow!
Just because I had 3 of them.
Well, I've given a lot of stuff away. I mean, I sell a lot of stuff, obviously, but I give a lot of stuff away too. But I like to give stuff away, not in the way like, oh, I just like to give away all my stuff, but I really like to make people happy with specific things that they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if it's like used, like used piece or whatever, or used set. I mean, if it's something like somebody really wants, man, like that, that's a really awesome thing, man. But clearly, you can't just give away everything.
Well, he ended up. I mean, me and him did a huge trade off on some things. Like there was the old UFO sets. I really wanted them. I wanted the whole collection.
Yeah, those are cool sets, man.
He ended up finding a bunch for me and buying them. So it wasn't like I initially just gave stuff away.
The next thing, because there's a few things I'd like to put in the city, the forest, or whatever. You know what I mean? That I'm just not probably going to be able to get. I'd like to get one of the Disney castles to put in the city. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I don't even care about Disney World, just the castle. Yeah. If there was a mock of it, kind of like the one Brick Snaps built, I would totally put like the Encanto house and sit in the forest somewhere. I would definitely like to have like the Legion of Doom somewhere in the swampy area, but like I don't have that kind of real estate anyways. I need to start putting in more tables, which I can do. Watch, I bet you like another year or two, man, like just tables would be like pushed right up against me here.
I keep talking about like how I don't have much more room down here. I'm pretty much out.
Well, that's the reason why I don't mind selling stuff, because like I don't have no space, dude. Like,
I just end up taking everything apart. I inventory it. I put it all in a bag. I write the set number and what it's called on it, and I put it in a box.
I know. And I've done that with some stuff, but just for me personally, it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I mean, I might regret it later in life, but I'm like, I'll just jump off that bridge when I get there.
The only set that I've ever like contemplated selling, because it means nothing to me whatsoever, I really don't even like the way it looks, and I didn't realize it was that expensive, is the Republic Frigate.
Oh yeah.
I have that thing, and I didn't realize they were selling for as much as they are.
Oh yeah, man. Anything from that era, definitely.
Now, I did sell all of the stuff that I had like duplicates and triplets of. I was buying collections at one point.
Yeah.
But all that stuff, I'm pretty sure that I've ran through now, except for like, I got a bunch of AT-ATs. I got a bunch of AT-STs. I got like 4 AT-TEs and stuff like that. I just don't see me getting rid of, because it can always be used as a mock later. And I'd rather keep it now versus try to get it later.
True. So yeah, there's definitely some interesting building techniques with the castle.
There's a staircase in there that you build out of like wedge bricks, and it's pretty crazy. No more. Yes, the Rebel Frigate that has Ahsoka. We got another guest here. What's up, Gene?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening?
What's happening, Hal?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to finally talk to you instead of just typing to you.
Yeah, I know. It's always surreal sometimes, you know what I mean, when you cross the threshold of past the typing and into the actual verbiage, the talking.
Yeah.
They decided to wake up one morning and just leave North Carolina.
Really? Just like that, huh?
We're on a road trip.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a bad thing.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. I've noticed a lot of people going to North and South Carolina. Like,
yeah, it's getting too crowded. We left.
Sure. For weekends.
I'm like, wow, is like the taxes good there or something, man? Like, what's going on?
No.
The beaches or
So my mom lives on a golf course, and it was like my grandfather's house.
Yeah.
And the housing development was actually really nice. It was like secluded. It was like older people that golfed lived there. He ended up passing away. She got the house, and since then they've demolished the woods that are there, and they keep building these like brand new cookie cutter houses in the neighborhood.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, man, that looks horrible.
Yeah, that's weird when you get a lot of space kind of invaded in a way. You know what I mean?
I mean, they just keep building houses, and people keep showing up.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of development over the past couple of years. You know what I mean? Well, not really the past couple of years before that, but then since things have been picking back up, you know, and kind of back in full effect.
Are you still doing maintenance work like you were before?
I am, and I hate it. I'm gonna be getting out of it as soon as possible.
I know Chef talks a lot about it.
Yeah, man, it's a really tough job. It's very strenuous and dangerous a lot of times, man. We work with a lot of very dangerous stuff. My biggest thing is I'm just tired of being kind of in residential maintenance.
Yeah.
It takes its toll on you, man. And I'm not even doing it as bad as it was before, because before I was on call, you know, so you have to take call, like emergent, doesn't matter what time kind of thing, you know. I was doing snow removal, so you know, during the winter that was really tough, especially like, you know, because I got diabetes, so like the neuropathy thing I was talking about, man, like the cold does not do it justice.
Have you ever thought about working for the school system doing that, the maintenance on their stuff?
Yeah, I thought about it, but to be honest with you, man, I just kind of want to get out of it in general. I'm kind of over it.
I feel you. I don't want to be a mechanic anymore.
So what all maintenance stuff do you have?
Mainly, you know, like appliances, HVAC work, plumbing, you know, that type of stuff. You know, I could take your washing machine or your air conditioner apart and put it back together, kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So in apartments where it used to be like we were just kind of jack of all trades, and that's how they save a lot of money, because we save them from having contractors come out all the time for everything. Where I'm at now, even though I still do a lot of stuff because they really try to utilize me because of all the experience I have, you know, from apartments and stuff like that. But like my title is master plumber, so I deal with the heavy hitting plumbing stuff at work. And
You mean like hot's on the left, cold's on the right, crap goes downhill, farts through the roof, paydays on Friday.
Yeah.
I could be a plumber now, right?
Please come join us. We need help.
Oh, been there, done that. My dad was a plumber and an electrician.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, electrician, again, dangerous stuff, but it's I don't know. Like I was telling my kid, you know, to get into a trade, you know, and I was like, you know, you should be an electrician. I was like, it's not easy work, but I was like, but you're not going to get dirty, really, so to speak. You know what I mean? You're running wires and hooking up electrical stuff. You know what I mean? Messing with breaker boxes and all that. You know, I was like, I'm busting, trying to fix broken pipes and sewage is coming at me or whatever. You know what I mean? Or if a house is flooded. I was like, you don't want to get in that kind of work. I was like, or be a carpenter. I was like, I'm not a good carpenter though.
It's crazy how few are in the trades. I'm an architect, and so I see it from the design and development side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There are so few people going into the trades now. It's sad. I mean, we need more people in the trade.
Yeah, definitely. That's something about the maintenance aspect, like in the apartments. I tried to keep telling the people in corporate, you know, it's like, look, man, I was like, you guys got to start either offering more money or trying to figure something out, because I was like, people that are worth their salt in maintenance, I was like, they're not going to deal with this stuff anymore for, you know, this as little money as possible kind of thing, you know. I was like, they're going to go work for a trade, you know, like for a contractor or something like that. And now we're just, you know, we were starting to just get anybody that could just turn a screwdriver. And it's like, yeah, that works okay if you're changing light bulbs, man. But like, we need people that can like work on HVAC systems and, you know, whatever, you know, fix this dryer. And it was getting harder and harder. That's why I kind of got out of the management aspect of it, because I was like, I wasn't worried about my job, my work, but you know, I hate babysitting. You can't be responsible for other people if they suck or not. So it's like, but yeah, I mean, it's tough. It pays well. I mean, I made good money. It's just not worth it, I mean, I guess it would have been a lot easier maybe 20 years ago. Like I could just handle it because that's not another thing, man. It's not just the mentality part of it. Like my body's like starting to break down, like from being on my one knee for so many years, like working on like electrical outlets, like all the cartilage is like going in my knee now. Like I can hear like the bones like scraping together, and then like having diabetes, like I got like issues with that I'm dealing with, and so I don't even know how much longer I'm going to physically move a dryer, you know what I mean, to like work on it or whatever the case may be.
Well, Richard's over there trying to become a professional Lego person.
Yeah.
Win and best in show, and
I'm just trying to be
that kind of crap.
The next guy.
Dude, I'm trying to get my hustle on, man. Either that, or I'm just like trying to pump my wife up to make another 50 or 100,000 a year, man. I'm like, I'll just be a stay-at-home husband. I was like, I'll cook for you every night, baby. I was like,
that's what I keep telling my wife. Every time I turn around, she's like getting a raise. I'm like, 2 years ago, I made like 50 more grand than you did, and now you're making the same amount of money I am. I was like, I'm about to quit.
Now she's always made more money than me, but like the last few years, like she's really like excelled. But I wasn't surprised, man, because like like her job is to keep things steady. It doesn't matter whatever position she's had over the last few years. But the thing is, like, she recuperates money for the companies. So
Tori just changed jobs. She retired from teaching after 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Because kids are not respectful at all, and administration sucks.
Her
new job. Yeah, her new job. She's sleeping with the boss.
What? Oh. I was gonna say, whoa. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
She's full time. Yeah. She's full time with the Bricklink store now.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, we made more in the Bricklink store last year than she made teaching.
Just make sure you stay in touch with your HR department, okay?
I just don't understand. This is what just kind of throws my mind, Hive. All right, she retired her job to be a Bricklink store worker, and then all of a sudden takes a 2.5 week vacation. What kind of bullshit is that?
Well, that was a vacation after retiring for being a teacher for so long.
Thank you, Hive.
So, Richard, there's an accrual pattern to vacation time. In most companies, you get 1 day per month you accrue. In her case, she worked a week and she got 2.5 weeks of vacation.
I know. How do I get a job?
I don't think that pattern is going to be sustainable for long.
Well, I will say too, moving in between jobs, a lot of people, if they can swing it, they like to have a little bit of a downtime before they start the new job too. I've tried. Sometimes I've been able to pull it off, but normally, man, I'm just like, I leave on a Friday, I start the new job on a Monday, man.
Well, yeah, this trip was one that we've been planning for quite a while, and so we actually timed it so that we were doing it the week after she finished up teaching.
Okay. Yeah, man, that whole teaching thing too, man. With the administrative stuff, man, I've been curious about that because I really got involved, like researching a lot of the stuff in my kid's school when she was like younger, and you got these administrators, man, making like 6 figures a year and stuff, man. I'm like, are you really helping the schools? Really? Like, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot to it, but.
Well, here's when it gets bad, Hive. She had 2 special needs kids in her class at the beginning of the year. And one of them, if something got off schedule or he didn't like the way somebody looked at him, he just literally went berserk. And so you got 2 special needs kids in a class of 18 others, and the amount of attention that it took for those 2 special needs, she couldn't teach the other 18. It was unfair to 18.
Yeah.
And then the administrators, the classic example, she had the kid that lashed out all the time.
Uh-huh.
He had one of his episodes, and so she sent him to the hallway to sit and calm down. And while he was in the hallway, literally raising hell in the hallway, one of the administrators walked up, looked down at him, and just kept walking. Didn't even stop to help.
Oh, they looked at Nick, says in the doorway.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
And
it doesn't
Tori
surprise me.
forbid me from telling him that he was a useless piece of crap at her retirement party.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's watching right now.
Well, if he is, you're a useless piece of crap.
Now, full disclosure, she does have one administrator that watches this stream a lot. He's a super guy.
He's not lifesaver.
Yeah, he's
and
a lifesaver.
I am for hire, by the way, everybody in the chat. If you would like to pay me to tell people that they're a useless piece of crap, I will definitely do it, and my rates are fairly cheap for that.
Hey, that's stepping on my toes for my job. You stop that.
I mean, normally I do it for free. But
Hey, never do something you're good at for free.
oh, goodness.
Well, Richard, he does it for free, plus a per diem for travel expenses, which, $2,500 a day.
Dude, that is so funny, man. I remember when I used to travel to a lot of different cities, like when I used to paint for companies, they give us per diem. And it's so funny, man. Like, I used to be a smoker. Like, I used to smoke cigarettes. Like, I was easily like a pack a day kind of guy. And like, yeah, sometimes, man, like, I'd just sit there and like, I'd be like, I'll skip lunch today and buy a pack of smokes. And finally, man, they were like, man, you're not supposed to use your per diem on cigarettes. And I'm like, I use it on whatever I want, man. You're not supposed to be for food.
That's one thing I never picked up. I never picked up the smoking habit.
Yeah, man. I was trying to be cool. Unfortunately, it's hard on you. it's hard on your lungs. So yeah, I don't know. Lego actually, I tell people all the time, man. Lego is the reason I was able to quit smoking.
Oh, so you quit smoking for a more expensive drug?
Yeah, for a different addiction. Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm like I didn't quit for my health or my kid or my wife. I quit so I had more money for Lego.
Well, for the record, I'm not addicted. I can stop anytime I want to. Lego.
Oh, yeah. I'm addicted. It's a job now.
We're 2,500 miles from home, and Tori's looking for a Walmart to go see what they have on clearance.
There's some good clearance going on right now.
Yeah, but the damn Bronco, you can't get a fart blowing through it. It's so full.
Yes, I can.
Did y'all buy anything July 1st?
No.
We did.
We did, but they were out of the gift with purchase, and so we called and canceled.
Yeah, so I guess that gift with purchase didn't last too long, huh?
No,
What, the Disney
everybody's
one?
mad about that.
Yeah, I mean, Hive, we didn't do it at midnight like we normally do. It was like 5 a.m. the next morning. And when I got the receipt in the email, it didn't show the gift with purchase. So I called them and talked to them about it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we ran out of those. 5 hours.
Yeah, I figured that one was going to go quick. It just kind of seemed like it. I had this feeling, man. I'm so glad I didn't care about it.
There's only been two gift with purchases that I went after. One of them is the Forest Men Hideout, and the other was the spinning bookcase for Harry Potter. But I have two of the pirate ones that they just released, the Pirate Playground.
Yeah.
I have one of the Disney 100s. I have the reindeer one. The Forest Hideout. I have two of that. I have a Santa, like a Christmas tree one. And then I have the sailboat, I literally have just about every gift with purchase in the last little while.
I traded my Forest Hideout to Harold, but I've been thinking about actually buying one again.
I bought the first one
just to put near the castle.
The first one came with the Lego order I purchased with the castle. I went last year at Brickfair when the castle was released and bought it. But there was a guy there that was selling one for $30, so I bought it.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I mean, I see them basically for about $40, and that's why I was thinking about maybe grabbing one while they're kind of inexpensive. And again, just to put next to the castle, I just figured it'd probably look good, next to it. But I don't know. That's an if. I might not even get it. I don't know, man. I just don't care about a lot of stuff anymore, man. Like I'm trying to be very specific on stuff that I want, especially if I'm going to start
look
building
real good
mocks,
next to your castle. Like 400 Black Falcon soldiers.
It probably would. I agree. You're welcome, Harold. But yeah, again, I can't buy sets. I can't buy armies and still try and build mocks. That's not going to be able to work. So, and my next 2 mocks have nothing to do with castles or armies.
What are you building next?
Well, I'm being a little ambitious, so I'm going to try and do 2, but I might just build 1. So I'm going to build one of the light cycles from Tron Legacy, which should be fairly good for me because I could just take all of the black bricks I did with the throne room.
I was about to say you like working with black, don't you?
Well, that's just how it works. However, the other thing I was going to build was the bike from Akira. That red one.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be so. I wanted to build them basically because they're kind of similar in shape and everything. So I was going to build them basically the same size, and it'd be a nice contrast, black and then red. And definitely wanted to put like lights and highlights for the Tron cycle, and then put lights for the headlights and whatever brake lights for the bike from Akira. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna build 1, and if I can build it fast enough and I got enough time, then I'll build the other one. If not, just I guess want to be good enough.
I've got. I don't plan on starting it until sometime next year. The plan is to have the castle completely done with the village and everything by January. And then I'm probably just going to start trying to buy pieces and stuff I need for the next mock. And then once I go to Brickfair next year, the castle will be taken apart. But I'm going to do a Clone Wars mock. But I've already got 300 to 400 clones.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. It's not going to be as big as the castle as far as height wise. Yeah. It'll be the same layout, but I don't know what I'm going to do with all the figs. I don't think I'm going to need as many as I have with the castle. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after I get done with the castle with all these minifigs. Shit, I have 502, I believe now.
Well, I know someone you could sell them to.
I do too, but I can't let them go. If I sold them, I don't know if I would ever I would hate myself.
I can't let them go. I can't listen to you. I can't let them go.
If I sold them now and needed them again later, they'd cost me double.
Well, you're gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Are you gonna need them again later? Or?
Put them over there. That is true. No more. Hive is building the opposite team.
Oh, yeah, those teams. But look, man, they come with all these other shields. Are these all different teams?
Yeah.
This one? Those are all throwbacks.
Oh, okay.
The shield that you were just holding in your left hand is the same shield that the CMF Girl Knight came with.
Oh.
The pink and gold.
I got it over there at the blacksmith shop.
Yeah, see, look at Shy chiming in. You gonna say something about selling Black Falcons and Shy pop in?
Dude, I swear, every time I say Black Falcons, man, Shy his ear tingles, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's like subscribed to the word Black Falcon.
Did you say Black Falcons? Because I told him. See, I can't remember if I told him the Knights from the Lion Knights Castle or if I told him the Black Falcons, because I have that Crater 3-in-1, which is a Black Falcons, and then this is the Lion Knights Castle.
There's Black Falcons in that Lion Knights Castle.
Oh, well, then maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know, because I didn't think he'd want other Knights, because he's got the Black Falcons. But yeah, I'm going to sell most of those. Yeah, definitely.
I went the other day. The last Lego order I purchased, which is the one that I just put up or just put together, I ordered 20 more Falcons. I got 40 more coming, but after that, like I'm stopping because I still have 175 Lion Knights, I believe.
Well, that's the
125.
problem with army building because you don't have any kind of particular number to stop at. What do you? Oh, 500. Oh, I'm in 1,000. Oh, crap, man. I'm at 1,500. Oh my God, I've got 5,000. Oh my God.
But the thing is I don't want to be on the castle forever. Like I want to change themes. I want to build other things. So there's no reason for me to go to anymore.
Hey man, I feel what you're saying, dude. Look, we all have our vices. Oh my God,
Shy says, I thought I was stopping at 1,000. That didn't happen.
And you think that 1,000 would be a good number? Like that's a good round number, right?
That is definitely a solid number.
I feel like that's a good solid number.
like it might be 800 too many actually.
I mean, look, I'm sorry I don't remember this, but again, I think my memory's going. But how Shy, you still out there? How many did you have at Brick World? Was it 1,500? Because I can't remember if it was 15 or 2,500. It was a lot.
To me, that's too many.
Dude, Leo says I'm buying a little more so I can have 1,111. 1,126. All right, dude. And it's weird because they don't look like that many until you get into like a lot, right? Like how many you got sitting there right in the front, like those Block Falcons or whatever?
Right here?
Yeah. Is that like 100? I figured you were just gonna crisscross and
37, 15, 11, 68, 73, 12, 5.
Cold-blooded. I feel like I'm pretty close though. We should have had a running bet going out in the chat. Like,
how much did you say there was?
About 100.
There's 108.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm good at guessing. But so yeah, that's 108 sitting right there, right? And yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't look small. You know, it doesn't look small, but it doesn't look like 108. You know what I mean? Or maybe it does. That's why I said 108. Don't listen to me. The point I'm trying to say is like it doesn't seem like they're as big as they are until like you start getting like a massive amount of them. Like it's crazy.
See, my thought, like how Shy had his laid out. You got to realize Shy has that army that was guarding the front, and it all looks like he's got his there for a purpose. But when I was trying to put the 500 minifigs I got in the castle, and there's no village, no nothing, it was just the castle. I was running like there was still 200 minifigs in a bag underneath the table. Like I just couldn't put them anywhere. I didn't want to. I thought I was like overcrowding it already.
Yeah. It's kind of funny the stuff they have in these instruction manuals, man. And I'm like, who are they writing this for? I mean, because I feel like this set is geared towards more like your older fan, you know, your older T-follower. So let me read this for you. What a lovely shade of pink. Yon heraldry from days of yore reminds me of a simpler time. What does that even mean, man?
Her pink shade.
All right, I'm just gonna let it go. But Lego, I don't know, man. They're different. We need to go eat something. That's what I need to do.
Trying to get as much of this river done as possible to see if I'm going to have to. I'm trying to make sure I got another order placed with EMS Bricks, but I've not pulled the trigger yet because I don't know if I'm going to need more of these. If I need more of these, I'm going to have to order these from Lego. I don't think they have them.
You know something? I was going to say, I saw some really awesome castle techniques and building techniques at Brick World, man. Like where they had like the facade of like the cracking and different colored, you know, on bricks on the side and everything. It was really, really awesome.
But when you look at like Harold's and when you look at Shy's, mine's really simple. It's just big.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I don't have any kind of crazy techniques in mine.
yeah, but big is always good. Look at army building stuff, man. I mean, it's about some girth, I guess.
I guess
Maybe. I don't know where I want to go with that, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. I am going to hit a stopping point. Because I need to eat something.
The castle so there's like some cool building techniques I've done, but like I really wanted to go with a round tower. No More kind of done this thing where I forgot what he called it, but it's like where you take the slopes, the cheese wedge slopes, add them to studs on the side bricks with studs on the side, and kind of make that like the corner of it, and then it just kind of slides in. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually have like a round kind of tower. So I designed it, but the problem is it was way too much to have, like, there was way too much detail compared to the rest of the castle. And I didn't want to go back and add that more. And I didn't want to just put it in there because I felt like it was going to stand out.
Yeah, I mean,
see, No More is like planning years out.
Well, I will say, if I didn't have all this stuff to build for the city, I'd already be starting on the mocks. You know,
EMS, it's a 1x2 dark translucent blue plate.
I think for the next mock though, it'll be more of a setting again. Like I think that's what I might do. I might rotate from like a setting and then like whatever type of structural build. You know. So like I did Vader's throne room. This time I want to do like the bikes. The next year, you know, maybe I'll do like a castle, or there's a Star Wars mountain base that I've been wanting to do for years, almost since I came out of my Dark Ages, because it originally came about where I wanted to have somewhere to put my Millennium Falcon. So I was like, well, I could build like a platform and have it kind of connected into a mountain. You know what I mean? And I'm not pulling it from any particular planet or story. I was just like, yeah, I just figured like the Rebel would have a base inside of a mountain. But yeah, man, I might do that. We'll see. Anywho,
when I do the Clone Wars mock, I'm doing my own planet. I'm doing my own story. I don't want to fight the normal Clone Wars people or the normal Star Wars people that are going to tell me that it's not screen accurate, or that the planet didn't look like this, or this didn't happen on this planet.
Yeah,
so
that's why I wanted to pick this mountain-based thing to do, because I purposely didn't want it to be tied to any type of story. You know what I mean?
That'd be really cool to show like the Millennium Falcon in a mountain base with like them trying to steal something, like when they're smuggling it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I had a whole like the concept. I drew it out a long time ago too. You know, because I was gonna have different levels, and then like where the windows were at the top, you know, I was gonna have like lights in the interior and stuff, and you know, like then there was gonna be like a ramp that would lead out to the platform where the Millennium Falcon was at, and I wanted to have like a red light kind of every so often around the platform where it kind of blinks. Yeah, man, it was something I really wanted to do. It just never got around to it because I knew I was going to need tons of burp pieces.
See, I don't like using those.
I really like using those a lot. Not by themselves, but I add to them. You know, I add layers to them, but you know, they're really good for building, you know, mountain structures with. At least
they give you a lot of bulk real quick.
Yeah, I mean, and for the inside, you know, I'll use like Duplo pieces and stuff, but like, you know, but yeah, they work really good to, like I said, I layer onto them, and like I'll throw like some grass pieces occasionally on it, or like try and put like a tree branch or something sticking off of it. I was reading Harold's comment on there. It's funny. Anyways, but yeah, man, I'm gonna get some chow and say goodnight to Mrs. Hive.
Yes, sir.
So, but thanks for having me on. I'll try and come on a little bit more. I think I might have a little bit more time to come on now.
Yeah, usually Tori and I are building too, but we're on the road.
Well, that's why it was a little easier, because like right now I've been just chilling building. You know, I'm either watching a stream or watching a show or just hopping on a stream or whatever. But yeah, once I'm not doing that, then I'm filming and editing, and that's when I start losing my time, because between that and then trying to do like my vlog and then, you know, a Hive stream and then definitely Good Morning Brick World, it's like, yeah, it just takes up so much of your time.
Yeah, I told Shy that I was like, I'm really disappointed in the way my videos are, so I'm trying to like do it better. And I've been editing a video for 3 days now, and a total about 6 hours. So I'm trying to get it. It's just about done. I think I have like maybe 6 more minutes to edit.
Yeah, it's editing is very time consuming, man. If you do a good job, you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I take a lot of time, and then like I look at Shy and he goes even harder at it. You know what I mean. But yeah, he says I'm really disappointed in what your videos are too. I know he's joking though. But it's funny,
Brix said one take videos right here.
I mean, look, man, and I know everybody talks about it, but like anybody that makes content, like everybody is the same, man. Well, mostly everybody. Like, you go back and look at like your early stuff, your beginning stuff, like you're like, oh my goodness, and you can see how much you progress and stuff. A lot of it is also just getting more and more and more familiar and used to just being on camera and talking. You know what I mean? I guess that's another thing too. But really, a lot of it, yeah, it's just engagement.
What do you use to edit though?
I use Filmora. That's what I use. It's I paid for the lifetime subscription for it, and then like you can buy things to add on to it. Like I get like I can't remember how much it costs. It's not terribly expensive, but like I get the add-on pack for it, so it gives you like tons of different things you can do. And I haven't even really scratched the surface on everything.
Because like I bought Adobe, or I pay for Adobe, and the problem is with Premiere is like you literally have to build everything from scratch. And once you build something, you can save it to use it in like the next video. But like it is.
Well, the one thing I learned about editing, like, is if you're editing for a company or something like that, that's different. That's a job, right? You know what I mean? But if you're editing like your own stuff, it's really a reflection of your kind of like your personality in a way. So like I throw a lot of humor cuts into my videos, you know what I mean? Even vlogs and stuff. Like I just like to throw out little quips of something to laugh at. But it's something where I've got to be able to sit down and really edit for a long time to do that stuff. Because if I'm trying, like when I did Brick World vlogs, and like Shy and I talked about this, like, you know, they're kind of half-ass because I'm literally editing them in like a couple of hours while I'm half asleep, you know, like at 2 a.m. So like there's a couple like things that I kind of put in there, you know, but for the most part it was like it wasn't that great. But see, yeah, it's a time-consuming thing, man, huh?
The thing that drives me though, and that like I guess that it ticks me off, is like when you, and like I know this is kind of like keep building him up, but when you see Shy's video, you see like the effort he's put in there, and you see the whole entire turnaround that he's getting, like the attention, the people that are doing it, or what, like commenting, the views and everything else. And then you see the people that I believe aren't doing videos as good as I am, and they're still getting like 59,000 views, where I'm having trouble hitting like 1,000 views. And everyone that's commented has basically told me that I have the technique for building and stuff is there. But to me, it's the videos that don't seem like they're good enough. And I never want to settle. I never want to be like I never want to just put out a product and be like, okay, this is perfect. I don't want to change it. Because if you do that, I feel like you start falling into a point to where, you know, you think your shit don't stink. And
yeah. But like, I mean, to the first part of what you said about Shy, look, Shy has patience, like some infinite amount of patience to sit and edit for that long. Like I can sit and edit for a long time, and I have, man. But like even me liking to edit, like I get fidgety, and after sitting for hours and hours and hours, like you know, like a day almost, like you're just sitting there editing and stuff, man. Like yeah, it gets kind of, you know, a little monotonous and difficult. But Shy has the patience to stick through it without trying to like race to the finish line about it. At least to my knowledge, Shy. I mean, I don't know, you know. But also, Shy has a couple other things going too, man. He does have some experience at it because he's been doing it a while. And this shouldn't matter because I've already expressed Shy's talent for editing, but it does help also when you have some really good equipment, a good camera. Because, dude, Shy don't play around with that camera stuff, man.
I know.
Like, even at Brickworld, like I'm sitting there filming my phone. He got like this nice camera on a little tripod, man.
I'm so mad that he bought that camera because that camera is so much nicer than the GoPro, and I pretty much spent the exact same damn amount on the GoPro. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
So when Shy's like, and look, and Shy, when I say Shy's good at stuff, I mean it. Like I'm not just blowing smoke up his ass because, like, look, he's giving me advice on stuff about lighting, about editing, about thumbnails, about all kinds of stuff, dude.
Oh yeah,
he's a good friend and he just likes to help people out and stuff. But like, it's different for everybody. But so the second part you're talking about with the analytics and other people and all that, man, like I don't know what to tell you, dude, because I've kind of felt the same way, and not in a salty way, just more of an observational kind of way. Like, yeah, you'll sit there and work really hard on a video, and then like somebody will make something like really half-assed or whatever, and then you're reaping the rewards of millions of views or whatever, and no fault on them.
No, not at all.
Like because if I was able to like make something really easy and I was happy with it, as long as I was happy with what I made, and all of a sudden like people were like, "Ooh," I'd be like, oh, 2 thumbs up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with everything you said. I'm not jealous or envious of anything. I want that too type thing.
Yeah. I even it sounds silly, man, but like I would love to be able to, I guess, do it for a living. And I'm not saying I can't, you know what I mean, or I never would try or nothing like that. It's just like it's a weird transition, but I don't know, man. It's because I've tried a lot of different stuff and tried very hard. There's no one booty cheek, man. It was not half-assed. And yeah, it's hard, man. And part of it is because there's a lot of stuff to watch. So, even when you try and just support your friends, man, it's hard to even watch all your friends' stuff.
Oh, I know. Doc used to get on me all the time because he would message me and start talking about something he did in a video. And I'd be like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't watch the video I just put out? And I was like, no.
Yeah. So yeah, and Shy's like, yeah, that's what matters, Hive. That's what you're happy with your work,
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in chat. People talking about different ways of videoing, talking about this is a hobby, the videos come second.
Yeah.
Building and sorting is what gets me, but videos come second. Go down a little more, and Shy's like, that's what. Yeah, you just read that. That's what matters, Hive. You're happy.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, man. Is because this whole thing with me and my YouTube channel, I mean, it's really evolved. Because when I first did it, it was really just about like just getting in here with everybody and having some fun and talking about our Lego and being part of the community. But like it kind of evolved to where I really enjoyed filming and editing. And then I started trying to do it with different videos, which wasn't really my cup of tea. But yeah, you go with what you're happy with. It's kind of like Good Morning Brick World. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of stuff said, like rumors and speculations and all this. You know what I mean? And like, from a handful of different people. It wasn't just like one person or something like that. But like, I don't know. A lot of people think that I'm discouraged, maybe, or something. I don't know, man. And it's like, no. They're like,
guys, that's what you want, though, because no matter what, you have to think of the fact that people have your name in their mouth. That's
right.
Yeah. I mean, and look, obviously there's lots of surprises in store. Things are coming. You know what I mean? Just like with things that aren't Good Morning Brick World, like I'm got something coming, collaboration with somebody that I'll be doing. You know what I mean? So that's kind of coming too. But yeah, which I said, Josh and I won't blow up the way we do with our style. They're too catered to the Lego community. Even Ryan, yeah. I mean, like, look, this has been talked about before, and with the Lego community, man, is there's kind of a glass ceiling when it comes to the Lego community. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, you can get big, obviously, but getting big is not easy, and then getting big, like big, is really not easy. Like you're talking like Jang kind of level or something like that, because we're confined to Lego. No matter what way we try and spin it. You know, if a person is not interested in Lego, they don't care about what we're talking about, dude. So, which is one reason why I've been kind of wanting to make like another channel, like just a strictly podcast type thing, like no visual stuff, man. Just talking.
I play Xbox a lot with a buddy, and we play Call of Duty, and he keeps telling me that he'll even buy the capture card if I do it with him, and like because of all like the crap we talk and the fun we have and like the stuff that's said. But the problem is the stuff that's said could also probably get us in a lot of trouble. So we do that at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, because I've thought about it going in two different directions. Either one, very private, like not disclosing who I am, very, you know, because I can be very blunt and vocal about a lot of opinions that, you know, even if I'm coming with facts to the table, clearly people get triggered about stuff. Or going the other route and not being all private about it and just reacting to stuff. You know, I don't know, man. I like to talk. I like to debate with people, and not like in a mean way. When people think differently from me, and not like in a little way, but like in something kind of really different, you know, like big in a way. I like to know why, because I'm not a perfect person, man, but I try and stick by a couple rules of like trying not to be a hypocrite, trying, you know, to not let my personal feelings get in the way of a debate about stuff when facts and, you know, like those statistics should be involved. And I feel like if you can do those things, man, you can get around and try and understand other people's perspectives on stuff and why they might think or do the things they do, you know? Oh yeah, Harold, I was gonna eat this. Right. Back row. Yeah, TD the channel. Let's do it. You know, I was very happy. I don't know if happy is the right word, but Ryan mentioned something in his Q&A about like thumbnails. You know, about like the flashy thumbnails, you know what I mean, and how he doesn't really like them, and he's curious about how like what kind of direction those things will go in. It's real interesting. I'm curious too. Anyways, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go eat. My camera keeps getting out of focus. Anyways, I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Back to that whole.
Yeah, Richard, I'm gonna log off too. We've got to map out how far we're driving tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm probably gonna
I must be
tap out
seeing
too, just because of the simple fact that I don't have any more pieces to put down. I ordered 1,000 of these and thought it was going to be enough, and it clearly is not. I'm gonna probably need another 1,000.
You know, I'm gonna have to watch the stream back later, man. I swear I just saw somebody walk past in the window back there, and it's not Mrs. Hive. I'm like, oh my god! See, it happened again. What the fuck was that?
I saw that.
What was that, dude?
That was weird.
Yeah, man.
The Lego ghost.
Tori says it's the ghost of Lego.
Yeah, but I don't. That's a whole different story. But dude, what the heck, man? What the heck, man? Dude, it's got to be like a vehicle, like the light reflection.
It's got to be a reflection off
like a car or something, man.
That was weird. When you turned around, I saw it the first time, and when you said,
I know, because I thought I was seeing it first. I thought I was seeing stuff. Oh my gosh.
Somebody's doing there playing with your city,
dude.
Well, we'll log in Sunday morning and say hey, but we'll be on the road still.
Hey, well, enjoy your vacation. Seriously,
Sunday/Monday's the end.
R&R is more important than people realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish this was all R&R vacation. It's been more of a play vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So that's a whole nother story. But I've got to map out tomorrow's trip. So, guys, good talking to you, and see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm waving from back there.
Yeah, I guess Rich, that's my cue too, man.
Yeah, like I
hate
said,
to leave you by yourself, man, but I got.
I'm pretty much gonna bounce too because I don't have any pieces. I'm gonna sit here, I guess, and see if I can order another 1,000 of these. I really
Well, I
don't
mean,
want
you had a solid 2.5 hour stream, so
Oh yeah,
it's nothing to shake a stick at. I think that's
just-
how that saying goes.
God, I get tired of ordering the same pieces. About 1,000.
I guess that would be kind of right. But anyways, all right, brother. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Chat.
Y'all take it easy.
Y'all have a good night.
Chat. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. I'm gonna finish editing this video so I can post it, and then I guess get on Lego's website and dig myself deeper into the grave. I don't I didn't really expect to be ordering another 1,000 of these, but I still have 3 more base plates to go, and technically I have 5 if I want to do it correctly. So it's going to be a challenge. God, I really didn't want to do this. I really hope they're still on Pick a Brick. If they're not on Pick a Brick, I'm going to be mad. But all y'all take it easy. Peace.